I want to present a small presentation about H265 and recap of what was in 2016 and what will follow us in 2017. Then the name of the presentation is why the H265 declined in 2016 and is it have any chance to hit it back in 2017. My name is Andrei Vnakurtsev. Thank you for listening. Let's start from the small presentation why actually we want to use H265. It was introduced in 2013 and it's already 3 years as it's going, but it still look to us as big decline and not big adoption of this profile. But first it was developed primarily to tackle 4K resolution and 8K resolution. It can be used for 1080p and smaller resolution as well as H264 and others codecs, but it's primarily very good for 4K high resolution and 8K for 60 fps or 120 fps. With the chance that for this resolution we can use the others codec like VP9, H264, but the bitrate is be much higher than for H265, that we should see the bitrate reduction for the same quality. Also H265 was primarily tackled parallelism for CPU and GPU. It's very good to use on GPU encoding and utilize everything for H265. It's look to me clear, right? Let's go to the next slide. This slide is possibly very familiar to you if you've seen the few more presentations on the internet. This is as it was presented in 2013 for why actually we want to move from H264 to H265. Then we will wait for the 50% bitrate reduction for the same quality. Now after 3 years, almost 3 years, because 2013 March or April it was introduced, is almost 3 years as ongoing, and we still see the very huge decline in H265. Now let's see why it's still in decline. Then for the 4K and 8K it's look bandwidth still very big by comparing to 1080p. Even we have many devices already doing 4K, still need to be bandwidth higher than 1080p. Then the industry possibly not ready for these resolutions yet or for this high bandwidth yet. Now the tablets and mobiles, it's look to us right now very not benefiting from H265 at all, because they have mostly screens smaller than 1080p or 1080p plus little bit, and to see the difference between resolution 1080p and 4K on the tablet is very difficult. Therefore possibly it wasn't adoption yet. HEVC licensing scheme I will touch in a couple of slides a little bit more, but it's definitely some problems there as well. And the big problem is still no decoders available for the browsers, and it's quite painful. Then why it's still in decline? The producer and manufacturer should produce a player as well, because no players except of very few available on the market, and if they produce a player they should pay for the royalty to HEVC. And to make HEVC encoder you need to understand that it takes much more power to encode the same sample by comparing to H264 or VP9. It's sometimes 20 times more powerful need to encode the same sample. Then the benefits between we want to reduce the bitrate, but we need to spend more time or very good hardware to do it. It's like the balance between two of these currently not joined together. And again, no browser support for H265, not in the Chrome, which support only VP9 and H264, Edge, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Opera. We can't find browser support in H265. Especially it's currently not tackling HTML5 formats, and don't know, let's see in 2017. But in 2017 it's no in a plan right now. Okay, what happened with H265? Oh, I'm going too much faster. H265 in CCTV industry. There is large manufacturer like Panasonic and Axis and Dava Hikvision that already done some cameras with H265. Unfortunately, not big a lot VMSs that can support it. Then you can buy the camera, but need to acknowledge the fact that you have nothing to play the live playback streams from these cameras. Now a little bit touch of H265 licensing, maybe very briefly. Then the first 30,000 devices is annually license free. If you just very small company, possibly it's okay. You need to pay for the hardware and software range for H265, 0.8 per unit or 1.5 per unit. Also the 0.5% royalty on what you get from HEVC encoded content. Now this table may be giving you a little bit better idea what is going on. You can just see the profiles, extensions and all three regions, and to understand how it's not easy to get HEVC licensing simply. Now Netflix made some investigation and comparison for the VP9, H265 and H264 in September 2016. According to the facts that they've done, is 20% more efficient than VP9, but how actually they've done it? They've done it and compare it not with standard hardware encoders, they've done it with H264, X265, FlipBX, which is quite good performance encoders and decoders. Then I tend to say there might be 20% of improvement by comparing to others codec, but it's maybe 20 or 30% time and hardware decrease to get the same content. Some companies like Hikvision going further. Instead of deploy plain H265, they already said we're not going to tackle H265, we're going further to H265 plus, which means some frame drops, pre-filtering, post-filtering, additional in everything on hardware, which is absolutely can't compare to the software decision, but it should be 79% improvement by comparing to H264 with the same thing for 24 hours recording. Then there is a move towards the H265 and H265 plus adoption next year. But on this state, it's not stopped. H265 is as a very slow adoption. The VP9 is not adopted as well so much fast. But AV1, which is going to be released and scheduled to ship on March 2017, is going to be 25% improvement over HEVC and VP9. We'll see in 2017. Good to see it what will be. Now our goal is to get H265 adopted like it was with H264, but unless it is no browser support, it's very hard to see how it's be adopted very easily. As well, tablet and mobiles, if the H265 be more GPU implemented on tablet and mobiles, maybe we'll see more content for H265. Okay guys, thank you very much. It was all for today. See you next year, 2017. Thank you very much from Andrei Vinokultsev and for the listening my presentations. Bye bye.